Hello.
Are you here?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you all doing today?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, no, I have the
But welcome everyone. Hi Alvrans, hi Danny Cat, hi Kamesy, hi Sunny, hi Sirenix.
Hello.
Did I miss anything in particular?
No, just apparently the way that was delivered really got gamesy.
It
Or
happens.
maybe it was the story I told earlier. Earlier about the word
it is.
hello.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's funny.
Arcraft says, good evening or applicable time zone, everyone. Good time zone to you too.
Good time zone.
Good time zone.
So question.
Yes.
Since I work nights on the weekends, even though it is about noon here at the moment, would that still count as evening for me? Since I will probably go to sleep shortly after this?
Showing up.
Alright.
Bedtime.
It depends. I would say that things like morning, afternoon, evening, and night are not dependent on your particular daily schedule.
Do you want it to be evening?
Oh, this is just a thought thing. I don't mind either.
Because, like, if you want it to be, then sure, why not?
That is absolutely fair. It is one of those things. Let's. Oh. Well.
I need to move the mic a little over. It seems a little loud.
Okay. Oh, and I should get your captions. I forgot.
I was a little late.
It's
That is
okay.
my bad.
Did you manage to like wind downstream okay?
Oh, I cut it hard.
Whoops.
Or y'all have prior engagement by.
Fair.
Even when I missed the time, I still have priorities.
Sai didn't even say anything. It was just kind of like, "Oh, I lost the time. I'll be there right now." Stream end.
That's okay. That's when I cut off. And
That's
started
how
the
all
spiel.
streams should end.
I very much
that's
appreciate
absolutely-
it.
Now, bye.
Not even a goodbye to the chat or anything. Just I'm there in.
I
Amazing.
clicked like close the stream at the exact same time then, which makes it even funnier.
Anyway, today we are continuing with our game of Daggerheart by the book. Now I know I didn't ask particularly, but if someone were to want to do a recap, you may of course do so. I also have some things planned if nobody decides to take me up on that offer.
Neat.
To be
Okay,
honest,
cool.
I
Neat.
I
got
I'll be
this.
honest, I have not had the time to really think.
No worries. Like, this is definitely not like this is an obligation that I put on you right now without prior knowledge. But
And yet you said it to the stream live.
it's like it's not an obligation. It's like if you wanted to do it, you can.
Yeah, but the brain has to work first.
That is fair.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Alvin's
about it.
got
I got it. Yeah.
You're a practice hand at this
Mhm.
kerfuffle.
Pretty much. I would ask for a hope if I did so, but I'm already full on it, so
You
it don't
are
matter.
full
But
up.
anywho, yeah. But
No, I can meet you halfway, and I can just remove a fear for this.
excellent. So yeah, we introduced the characters, started with Halfree Nose, who got a message from the. Oh, I don't have the notes doc open, but that's okay.
Yes, you can.
We got a mission from the Restoragents to go to the next town over, since we haven't really seen anything from them, but to kind of keep it on the download since it has just been a new development and we don't want to cause a panic. So we went forward and we got everyone else, made sure that we were good to go, and then begun or started our travel. After hearing of a broken bridge on the way there, getting the supplies to do so. When we came across the area of said broken bridge, we took a look around and saw some kind of creature beneath the water. At least, hold on, I gotta get names again. 1 second. Halfreet and Rune did.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Which,
we punched it real good.
You did punch it
Everyone
real
else
good.
punched it really good. Yes, indeed. And
Pleasure
then,
magic.
yeah, after Rune was the only one to get a little bit of damage, and so shortly afterwards, in order to explore mechanics, we were railroaded into a rest, so that way the GM could get more fear. I'm kidding. I'm half
This is
kidding.
highly biased, but accurate.
I mean, you're right. It is highly biased. I am using your own words.
You did ask for this.
Who's biased now?
I stand
we
by
can-
what I said. Today and last time.
And then we continued onwards the next day after exploring some of the rest mechanics to our destination, where we notice as if everyone has been stopped in mid everything, as if time somehow around the area has stopped.
Quite.
And before we were able to do much in regards to exploration, that is where we ended the session. And upon seeing this, Halfreet will begin tensing his muscles, preparing in case things go wrong for no mercy. Since I got all that hope, might as well start by spending it.
Oh, what does no
So
mercy
I now
do?
have I
Let's
spend
see.
3 hope to gain a +1 bonus to all of my attack rolls until my next rest.
Wonderful. That is excellent.
So as we kind of walk in, it's that aspect of somebody tensing up and being poised to strike at any moment.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, as you indeed travel closer to Nolan, you notice the lookout tower, you notice the theater, you notice the restorations building within the town, and as you mentioned, you notice a bluish-purple field or veil that holds the entirety of Nolan, and a little bit around it. You can see how that field encapsulates and blankets the flora around. Oh, are we taking a rest?
Oh, this was just from the earlier rest that I never actually managed to do because I saw that my Luckbringer thing was not filled up, or maybe it was. I don't fully know yet.
Let's see.
We would have started the session with an extra hope if everyone did not start with 6 hope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the thing.
Right now.
But yeah, it's curious that that is 0 out of 1. That is... I don't know how that works exactly, but we'll figure this out. But yes. This field is definitely the first thing you notice, except for how, like, there is this large floodlight from the lookout tower in Nolan, but that seems to have somehow been held back. The light is no longer shining at this time. And yeah, you can notice that there are some guards at the gate. It's currently open, but the guards are still and silent.
Oh, it's clearly not supposed to be doing that. Could I make some kind of roll to try and identify how safe it would be to interact with the bubble?
sure, absolutely. It's not it's not a bubble per se. It's almost like a
field of
film,
magic.
a film that's coating everything rather than
Yeah.
a bubble around the town.
Yeah,
But
how
yeah,
safe would it
absolutely.
be to touch?
How safely
Yeah.
would it be to touch is a good question.
Yeah.
As Kalen, how do you think Kalen would investigate something like this?
That's a rolling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had
you
a
have
thing I
a-
needed
you have a
to
class thing.
restart it.
That is
yeah.
fair.
I think he would, because he does have some knowledge of how magic works, considering the cast spells earlier. Probably just refer to like his own training with magic and and things he's read about
Mhm.
when it comes to magic.
I think with that kind of knowledge that you're working on that, this could either be a knowledge check, specifically pulling on your knowledge and your history of magic. If you wanted to use another ability, you could do so and explain like how that would be relevant.
As much as I would love to use presence, I don't think I can bullshit that. So I'll
fair
do
enough.
knowledge.
All right.
I don't think I get any bonuses or anything. Is this a normal roll or a reaction roll?
This would be a normal roll.
Okay.
And here we go. That is a 17 with fear. So I do get that fear point back. Thank you very much. And as you kind of hold the party back as like, before we do anything, might want to figure this out. You take the time to kind of sense anything that you've noticed from the ways you've used magic before. You eventually, after exhausting, like, okay, I don't notice anything in particular that I can engage with this particular magic right now. There's a couple of things that you do, like you pick up a rock and just throw it onto the field on the ground, and it skips a couple times, but you can tell it's kind of like almost buoyant. Like it doesn't skip, it bounces.
So the field is repelling it.
Almost, or it's like it's squishy almost of some kind.
Okay.
It absorbs a bit of the impact, and then does slightly repel it. Yes. But
Seems to be-
that notices, as like from what you notice, you can definitely tell, like, hey, we could probably just walk over whatever this is.
It seems like it may be safe to touch.
Mm-hmm. And because you roll with fear, I'm going to say that the counter on something bad is going to tick down by 1.
That's nothing bad.
Mm-hmm. Also, I will press a button to refresh your features if you used something in a session, and that will be refreshed as well. Oh, I still have Kalen. Whoops.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Kalen does that. But yeah, you can definitely tell, like, this is probably safe to touch or traverse, but it is, like, still there. You haven't found a way to dispel it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just
Is it
so that we're allowed to
climbable?
interact with this.
Is it climbable? I think with Kalen's check, Rune, you can probably try and climb something, like the wall itself that has been coated.
Right. So, just to be clear about this town Is this also an interior town, or is this like an open air kind of situation?
This is more an
Would-
open air situation with multiple buildings. So you can see like the lookout and the theater and the Restoragen's offices. Those are separate buildings. There's also houses. There is like a bit of a farmhouse or farmstead. There's some little shacks for people to actually live in.
Right. Well, I feel like getting an aerial view of the situation would be beneficial.
Quite.
The thing is, I have a spell that allows me to walk on walls. I'm curious if that would allow me to essentially climb this time bubble.
Again, it's not a bubble. Like I might be explaining or describing this improperly because it's been referred to as a bubble multiple times now, but it is a coating. So it is like
a blanket.
Like a blanket, or if you've seen things like how plastic packaging is being vacuum sealed. It's like something magical has vacuum sealed all of the people, the walls, the buildings, the flora and the fauna. Like the flowers or the trees itself, they still stand upright, but something has just shrunk around it.
So, assuming there is a wall around the town and we can't
correct.
get in it easily.
The gate is open.
Yeah,
The gates well, then climbing the walls seems well, unless there's some sort of danger, and climbing the walls would be the safer approach.
Can I just walk through the gate?
As far as you can see, absolutely you can.
May I just do that then?
Sure, go for it. You walk
Alright,
past.
Daredevil style, I'm walking through it.
You walk past several of those field-wrapped guards. They do not seem to notice you or appear to make any sort of movement. They are as still as the entirety of the town.
So, the ground that I'm treading on is also covered by this coating.
Correct. It, as you walk across it, it feels slightly squishy. Like it's very thin.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell, like, you're not feeling like you're walking on soil, even like frozen soil. There is something that is giving a little bit of pushback, as if the ground itself is squishy or bouncy.
If I scrape at, like I'm trying to scuff away at sand or whatever, if I scuff my shoe on the ground, what happens? Does it shift? Does it move? Does
It doesn't
break
shift.
this
No,
foam?
doesn't break anything.
I try to find the edge of it.
Right. The edge of it is somewhere, I would say, 50 meters or 150 foot outside of town-ish. That's not the exact...
No, but close enough.
And it just seems to end.
Yeah. Is it possible to get something underneath it? Like a twig?
As you try and do so, as you carve some soil away, that field seems to bury itself as well.
Okay.
And there is definitely an edge to it. It doesn't stretch more, but it's almost like rolling back. Like there's a field and something is is emitting it. And when you try and carve away that soil, it resets itself along that edge.
Rejoin the others and say, it seems to be something active about it. Like it's being emitted by something. It's, I tried to get something under it and it reacted.
I would like to try to pluck a flower or pick up a rock within the field, following Nose on the way in.
As you try and do so, and you try and get a grip on a little bit of shrubbery.
Yeah, get a grip.
You try. Let's see. This is going to be your reaction roll, but I would like you to make a strength roll.
Okay. That button. Action roll. Strength. I don't think my things work there for various reasons, but I shall make a roll. Oh.
Ooh.
It's
Well,
only an 8.
It's only an 8. So, Hafreet, you're, pretty strong. And as you try and grip this particular piece of foliage, you notice how, there is that squish that you feel under your feet, but you can't seem to make any particular, imprint on it, and despite despite the bounce or the squish, the individual needles of this piece of pine foliage just doesn't budge. Even the slightest hairs do not budge. It doesn't pierce you or anything, but it does repel your grip.
It feels weird when you try to grab it too. And Hafreet's doing that thing where it's just kind of like a bad sensory touch, shaking your hand off, trying to get that feeling away.
Yeah, there's definitely something odd and sensory about this, because it doesn't pierce you, but you do get the feeling this doesn't want me to manipulate it somehow. That field, that force, is actively preventing you from doing it, and that feedback you get is no, doesn't work. Something else needs to happen here.
Okay, one last thing on my part. Can I jump on it?
You can, in fact, bounce on it. But yeah, you jump. It feels like you're jumping on a padded floor.
Alright, it's not giving me any extra boosting to my height or anything. Like it's not making the jump easier. It just is.
If it makes it easier, it is only by a fraction. You can tell, that is not the... Whatever this is, it's not the goal for things to become bouncy or springy or squishy.
Yeah.
Something else is happening. But there is that slight, it feels easier to jump on this than, say, a concrete or a frozen soil flooring.
Well, I share that information. Just
to one of the frozen people.
You woke up?
And can I tell if they're if I look into their eyes, does it look like their eyes are reacting to anything that they're seeing?
There is no visible or noticeable reaction. When you come up to them, they do not flinch. They do not seem like they...
Expanding or contracting of the
None?
iris?
None.
Okay.
Should we try to find the center of this?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think so.
I was
Do
thinking that
any
would
of
probably
us-
be best.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm thinking that would probably be our best bets. I might be able to help to ask my patron for help with that, or finding the center.
It's worth a shot.
Mhm. So, Ophelia, would you like to entreat your goddess?
Yes.
All right. So, in that case, I think here, would this be like a direct communication way of going about things, or do you use your physical prowess or your any dexterity or anything? How do you want to
I
approach
think
this?
she would use her compass.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very confusing to other people because it doesn't always point north.
Mm.
And I think she would. I don't know if it's in a different language or a specific kind of chanting, but she would ask her deity if she can help, if she can get help for finding the center of this time-stopping spell.
That's very fair. In that case, this would be a presence roll as you attempt to commune with Asani.
Can I use likable for that?
And you do have a good bond with your deity. I think that would fit. Yes.
Just a regular roll, not a reaction roll.
This would be a regular roll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's an 18. I'm just going to put that fear in. I'm not going to tick down the countdown just yet, but what you notice is, despite your likability, you attempting to entreat your goddess for aid, you feel how there is a strain on your mind for a moment as you desperately ask if you can receive some aid. And I would like you to mark a stress.
Ooh.
And for the people who are watching, that is one of the sort of quick and dirty ways you can have a consequence to a fear roll. Marking a stress can always happen if something others would not be appropriate to the situation. But, Ophelia, you notice how that compass, that, as you know, seems to lazily turn and sway despite a magnetic field, suddenly boom, points to a very clear direction further into the town, and basically from the gate you just entered straight towards the center, where you know, or at least where you can see, the Restoragens building.
Well, I think that answers our question of where we should be heading.
And nabbit historians meddling with things and poking the buttons and SMH my head.
SMH your head.
That's out of
Theoretically,
character.
any potential threats should also be affected by whatever this is, so let's just go.
Yeah.
I will take point.
All
Just in
right.
case.
In that case, I think you could do this by yourself, Hafrit.
Okay.
But if others would like, they can help and make this a group roll.
I would love to do a team
I think
one.
this is something that would make sense to do multiple people, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially since I have aerial view.
That is very fair. In that case, Ophelia, if you take flight, I would think that this would be an instinct reaction roll on your part.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would like to help?
Me.
That will help.
All right. Rune, how would you like to help?
Specifically in terms of just looking around, the thing I would be worried about would be getting jumped from alleyways while we move.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially trying to stay clear of like corners of like buildings and trying to
Mm-hmm.
look into those as we walk.
That is very fair. So you are looking for dangers within any buildings.
Within and like within alleyways, like anything like that's on eye level around corners or in like more like obscured spaces, I suppose is the word.
That is very fair. We have an instinct roll for Ophelia, an 18, so that is a success. That is a +1 for Hafrit at the final roll. Rune, if you are looking around, I would also ask you to make a presence roll.
Presence, okay. I assume also a reaction.
Yes, correct. So everyone helping would make a reaction roll.
Yep. That would be a 2d12. Yep. That looks correct.
A 17, that's also a success. Would anyone else want to help? Kaylin, you said you wanted to help?
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and sort of sense the vibe of the area.
Sense the vibe. That, I think, would be more towards instinct.
Geiger counter for vibes.
Well, I'll give it a try.
I believe in you.
That's 0.
Ooh, let's see. We've got a 9 with fear. Well, that shouldn't be with fear. That's
Yeah,
a reaction roll.
Forgot to look the-
That's okay. A 9 brings the bonus to a +1, as that is unfortunately a failure. So we have a +1 from Ophelia, +1 from Rune, and -1 from Kaylin. Would Nose like to help?
Sure. What am I rolling again?
How would you like to help, is the question.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like everybody's done something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's also fine.
Sorry, I'm just...
That's okay.
Brain has
feel-
failed.
I
That's
feel like
okay.
Nose probably knows terrain pretty well, so maybe feeling for changes in the texture of the spell.
That could work. It could be based
Yeah,
on
okay.
like how what you know of traveling. Like, do you notice anything? Could be an instinct roll for sensing. It could also be a knowledge roll if you build on your previous knowledge from, okay, this is what happened before, so I should look there, or this is what happened when I was over there, so I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sunny's suggestion because my brain is blanking. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, if it's knowledge of the terrain and watching how the terrain reacts, what is that?
I think that would be for seeing, like noticing and perceiving how the terrain acts or changes. That would be an instinct roll.
Okay, and that's a standard roll, not a reaction.
It would be a reaction roll.
Okay, reactions. Excuse me, my apologies.
It's okay. That is a 16. So that is a success. And now, Elvrans, as Hafrit, you can make a roll with a +2 bonus. And how would you like to go about this?
That is an excellent question, because I don't know what's going on, so the general idea would be I, as a person, would take a look around and try to figure things out. But I also kind of want to justify presence in the way of, no, you stay the fuck away, because I have a +1 to presence instead of a 0 to instinct.
I think you can project, that's the word, a sense of, well, I am taking charge here, I am standing in the center of the road, I am presenting myself as a threat, or at least intimidate whoever might be onlooking.
Yes.
That you are a presence to be reckoned with.
Yes.
So this would be a standard roll. So a duality roll.
So with presence.
Correct. And a +2.
So +2. I would like to ask, may I use my honor-bound experience, as I have taken the Vanguard?
I would say it is honorable, yes.
Excellent.
So you can spend that hope and gain that bonus.
There we go. All right, and roll.
Well, that is a critical
That's
hit.
a critical! Yay!
So, as you are taking the Vanguard in this group effort of going further into town, there is something you notice. There is a little bit of movement off in the distance. Specifically, you notice a 4-legged creature that is traveling through this town, apparently also searching for something, food or shelter, as when it passes by a building, it comes into view for you, and you notice a white-furred, large polar bear that is kind of lazily looking around town, but seeing you there, weapon drawn, making yourself bigger than you already are, it decides the wisest course of action is to turn around, and maybe another day there will be something to be found in this town. But you make your way. First of all, you gain a hope because you
Nah, I'm good.
get a critical.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put that in my Slayer pool, so I'm good.
That is absolutely fair. The critical that you roll would also allow you to clear a stress if you had any. If you had any marked.
Can I clear Sunny's stress?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh. Okay.
But you find yourself in the center of town.
Excuse me.
And standing in front of the offices of the Restoragens, you can see their banners and some signs of like, these are the offices for the workshop. This is the administrative office. You can see outside, smaller definitely compared to Cot, but you can also see a winnowing yard. So lots of scrap built on top of each other, where things like unresearched relics or materials are waiting for someone to come and pick them up.
Is the door with to the Restoragens open? Or is it closed?
It is open.
We'd have a bit of a problem otherwise.
In fact, make a insight roll here.
Instinct?
Sorry, instinct, yes. Apologies. I still need to get used to these terms.
Is that me specifically? Or is it open to anybody?
I would say it's open to anybody, but I would like one of you to make it, especially with the 2 questions that were just asked.
Well, but I have a +2 in instinct, so if we're
for it.
wanting a big bonus,
I have +1.
I would like anyone else to make this roll.
Same.
Very fair.
I don't have any
I have a
experiences
+1.
that would help me here. If anybody else has experiences, that might
No.
be better, though.
No, I don't think I do. I think your +2 is probably the best we'll get.
I have a +1 in instinct, and I have one more thing.
Oh? That might be better then.
If you want to spend the hope for that, absolutely, you can do
I
that.
don't remember what one more thing.
It does whatever you think it should do.
Yeah.
It's just a Columbo reference when we made it, which is like the thing about observation and things. So
Yeah, there's
I
always
think that would
something
work in
else
this
you
particular
notice here.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know which is better. I mean,
Well, you would end up
+2
with
versus-
+3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do
And you
it.
definitely have the hope for it. Like, you
Yeah, I
can't
do
get
have
any
the hope.
more.
Okay, so it's not a reaction roll, right?
Correct. It is a standard roll in this case. Because
Okay, and then
this is
how
going
do
to...
I add hope?
You should be able to add
Oh,
your
click the-
experience.
Click the thingy. Got it. I
Mhm.
see it.
And then it'll automatically adjust when you hit the roll afterwards.
Correct.
I'm just
Mhm.
attempting to learn.
That is absolutely fair. That is an 11 with fear. So, I will say that you do get a particular insight here.
Okay.
Because the insight
that's
isn't
a-
very... Like, this is... Now that you start thinking about this, becomes very obvious. The field that touches everything and anything and covers everything and anything here in this town. The door in front of you seems to be unaffected. And in fact, you can see how the field has a tear in it, specifically uncovering the hinges and the door itself.
The tear, does it look precise? Does it look messy? Is that something
It
I
looks a
can
little
discern?
bit messy. Like something that happened, like, so you've already tried and seen, like, hey, how does this work? Like, can we pull can we pull something out of the field? No. Can we scuff it? No. Can we try and manipulate it in some way? Everything you've tried before, the answer has been no. But you can clearly see something has, in fact, torn through this field to open this door.
Yeah. Is it possible?
Polar bear was magic.
Just about to say,
Darn
I
it,
actually did need the
Darn
polar
it,
bear.
the mystery is
Magic bear,
solved!
magic
You
bear,
have
magic
solved
bear.
my bear puzzle!
I chase after the polar bear
Was-
now.
It was unbearable.
So quickly. Okay, is it possible for me to, because earlier I think it was Kaylin was trying to get underneath the
Yeah.
coating.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for me to get under the coating now? Like, not trying to open the door or anything, but just like slip my hand between like the edge of the tear and like the wall or the door frame.
Ooh, that is a very good question here.
Just as a quick, if Rune sees you do that, Rune will try to stop you and say, "Please try with an inanimate object, not your hand."
But my hands are so bitter. The tactile. Oh, fine. I'll.
Just in
It-
case.
it's so that you don't get frozen as well.
No, that's fair. It's out of character, smart observation. In character,
Yeah, Galen is saying that in character.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can
okay,
definitely
fine.
try something here. And for nose, I would say this is a finesse roll here. This would be a reaction roll. To see, like, it has been messed with. How far can you then mess with it as well?
Yes. Doing the thing, trying to get under it.
Ooh. So
Cooked today.
with like a spoon or a knife from your backpack, you try and peel away this force field, but upon, like, as if it notices that you're trying to do this, it kind of clamps onto the door itself. And similar to what Kaylin noticed outside of town, if you start like scratching the door frame, the wood itself, it digs into where you just torn away some splinters. It doesn't want to get back to the hinges or the door itself, but
It's not
where it
trying
is,
to
it stays put. Yeah.
What's the door made out of?
This door in particular is made out of wood, and when you like open it, you can still like open and close it because the hinges are free. You can see that the inside is somewhat padded or somewhat reinforced to keep out the cold. The cold, not Nicole. Sorry, captions is being weird. Who's Nicole?
Finn.
Another mystery.
They want to keep out a very specific person.
Yeah.
Nicole was the polar bear. Duh. The
making a
hinges are metal hinges, I presume.
Yes, these are
Okay.
metal of a familiar and common alloy.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But I will say, you have one clue. Do you wish to use magic?
No, I was trying to read it, and then it's like, hey, do you want to cast this? No, I don't. And then it cast it anyway.
If you would like, you can, if you hover over one of your cards, you can press the middle mouse button to keep the tooltip view open.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I think the middle mouse button doesn't quite work here.
Oh.
Oh, no, it does.
Yay.
I was trying to see if Bolt Beacon also does fire damage, but I don't think it does.
No, it does not. There are two sources of magic sorry, there's two sources of damage: magic and physical. If you want it particularly to do fire magic or fire damage, we just say that it does.
Okay.
But yeah, you, I believe you're still mostly standing outside of the Restorigins buildings.
As I was taking up the Vanguard and people are inspecting the door, are there any other openings, not just doors, that seem to be similar? In short, did someone leave a pathway through the magic?
Correct. There are, just at a glance, several doors within this building complex that seem to have been opened, or at least have their force field removed.
One thing I would like to do while everybody else is working and thinking about the door, I would like to watch the windows of this building, see if we're being watched from inside.
Ooh. Okay. That would be another instinct roll, I would say.
An instinct, not a reaction.
Not a reaction.
No bonuses.
Ooh, a 12 with fear.
That's not good.
It is enough for a success. But that something bad is going to get closer. We are now at 4 out of 8. As you gain another clue, you see that high upon the offices buildings itself, not in any window or anything, but right on top of the roof, you see that there is a snow owl perched upon the offices that does seem to have taken an interest in your group. And then it flies off.
I will relay that to the group, though I assume I notice nothing unusual about the owl with this roll.
You notice nothing unusual about the owl with this roll.
Right. Then I will just relay that all I saw was an owl.
Could I potentially use friend to all to try and coax the owl to me?
Ooh. Because friend to all is an experience of yours, correct?
Yes.
Yes. What would be the actual, the action that you're trying to do? You say you want to coax it towards you?
Yeah. I've probably got some, jerky or something in my pack. That I would hope is somewhat like a treat or a snack as such. And then just sort of coo at the owl, once I've gotten its attention.
You can definitely do that, and I think it would be very fitting to use that experience as well. But I will say that this would be a very difficult roll.
That's fair.
I'm
gonna try anyway.
May I try to assist?
You can try and make more of a presence.
Yeah, but trying to make it seem non-threatening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will use my experience of just a little guy to help with this. Because I'm very non-threatening.
You are very non-threatening, but you're also a feline.
I
But
think
I'm
Ophelia,
just a little guy.
But you're just a little guy.
I think Ophelia would be on the ground by now and just sort of floof, but the opposite of floof, her wings.
Be a thing again,
That's okay. But a 14 would be enough to give Nose a +1 to this roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I rolling? Presence?
This would be presence, yes.
Okay, presence plus this, no advantage.
No advantage, but friend to all.
Okay, friend to all. Reaction roll? No. Standard roll. Please.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Does an 11 make a difference?
An 11 does
'Cause
not
I
make
see
a
who it was
difference.
Okay.
No.
Would an extra d6 make a difference?
Possibly.
Possibly, I would say.
No, that's not it.
So you
You get a d6.
get a d6 nose, so please roll that just
There it is.
straight up. That is a 5.
Oh!
You get an extra
16?
5.
It's So where did you get the +1 from again?
The
you
help was
didn't
not
you
put
didn't
in
add
there.
the +1 yet.
Yeah,
So that would be
that's
16.
11.
Right. I'm going to say
I don't like this.
that the owl does seem to circle back and then sit perched atop one of the nearby buildings, notices the jerky that you have, and then just swoop down to grab it. And will attempt to fly off once again.
While it's closer, can someone make a roll to try and see if there's anything strange about it?
Absolutely.
Can I use finesse to do that?
I would say
I can probably
finesse
help.
is more of a sense of trying to grab the owl rather than notice anything about the owl.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I could probably help with that, considering I have wings.
If you want to grab the owl, I will be more than willing to make an agility check to grab the damn thing.
I would say Nose would be able to use finesse for it. Hafrid, I think, wouldn't be more like an agility check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it. Okay.
Go for it.
All right. I'm on help.
I believe as well, and I'll have to check this for a moment before I
This
say
is a
anything.
reaction, right?
It's reaction for me because I'm helping.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to
and I
understand
think-
what both.
So a standard roll is normally just any particular action. A reaction roll is more like this happens, and in the moment where I don't want to deal with extra hope or fear for myself or for you, that would be like a saving throw in D&D.
Yeah.
So is this with is this a regular roll on my end to assist?
Because we are part
Regular roll,
of this regular roll, because we're part of this particular scene or scenario, and I don't want to mess with the countdowns too much, I am going to say that you can help, and the eventual roll will also be a reaction roll.
Okay, so they're both reaction rolls. Got it.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm making my roll. Okay, no, you make your roll, and then I'll make mine.
So that is a
Oh, that's nice.
19 to assist.
Excellent. Also, I think I'm doing the rolls to assist wrong. That is a 21. Excellent. So
We got an
I
owl.
think that's,
I'm
I think
reading
that's
that
even
I'm
a
doing.
22 because the help didn't get added.
That is correct. However, currently what we've been doing is you roll, you succeed, you get a +1 to the eventual roll. That is what happens with a group roll when multiple people are assisting. If you just want to help one person, like if one person wants to help someone else with a roll, they can spend a hope and give that other person advantage on the roll, which means you roll a d6. So that is something that I'm not doing
That's fine,
correctly
we can do it
here.
from now on.
but that will be how we do it from now on, correct? So a 22 is enough to grab this owl as it attempts to snatch that jerky out of your hand. You can hear it like squeaking, and with how high this roll is, that squeak feels fake. Like it sounds fake. Like someone tries to pretend to be an owl and squeak.
Like a person just making bird noises.
Yes.
Did you just say squeak?
The owl looks over at Rune, still tries to get free, but is making no sound anymore.
This isn't the player
visibly
laughing, by the way.
sweating.
This isn't just the player laughing, by the way. It's also Kaelin laughing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Ophelia is also just snorting and trying not to laugh too hard.
Damn, when was the last thing you ate? Even this jerky isn't something that I'm looking forward to. You risked all of that for this.
I am going to spend
Sorry.
2 fear.
Oh,
The owl manages to flap its wings in such a way that you lose your grasp
No!
and immediately flies off. And
Which way?
the something bad is coming down once again. It is flying eastward towards the lake.
I
This
can't.
something bad is starting to stress me the fuck out. Can it just get here so we can deal with it?
Should we follow or should we continue
I
looking
think I
in
wanna-
this building?
I think I want to know what's inside that house that they thought it was worth tearing this thing down for.
oh, it's the Restored Regents HQ of this city or town rather. So I have a -1 to knowledge, which I'm trying not to just be like, we should go do this because this is what I would think. And no, I am a himbo.
I mean, I also have minus
Look, you
knowledge,
don't
so
have
we
to.
can be himbos.
You don't have to be a himbo with a -1 on knowledge.
Yeah.
This could just be an insight thing. Hey, this is broken. Maybe
That's
something
also a 0.
That's fine. That's average.
I think Ophelia is kind of like, you know, we were led to this place as the center of this spell, so we should probably investigate it.
Okay,
All right.
I will head inside.
You will head inside. There is, from what you know from the Restoragens in COD, for instance, you have like an administrative building where people are just mostly
Considering I
studying.
come to this town often, I've probably been here before
Most likely.
in the
So
building.
there's the administrative offices. You have a couple of workshops. You have that winnowing yard. You also know there's an archive, and there's of course the quarters of the individual people that live and work here.
Okay. If it's going to be anywhere, it would either be in the winnowing yard or in probably one of the offices.
Winnowing yard or the workshops, probably.
Yeah, the workshops, that's it.
Yeah.
So which would do? Can I try and figure out which we should search first? Which is more likely?
Ooh.
With knowledge?
Well, could my compass still help with that, or did it just send us to this building?
Could that
The
Assist?
compass sent you to these buildings.
could that at least assist with the roll?
Currently, I would say, given the previous rolls, I don't think this should be an extra roll
Okay.
here. I'm just going to say, with what you have currently, the needle of the compass, and your knowledge, your first instinct is, like, if something went wrong, it's probably happened in the workshop.
Okay.
And as you kind of lead people there, Ophelia, you can notice that that needle on your compass is kind of still like pointing towards where Kalen is guiding you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The workshop
lead to the workshops.
Yeah, the workshop is well, it is always a messy place. And now with that shimmery field over it, it feels like someone has taken the mess that is a workshop like this and just coated it in resin for the moment. It is maybe like someone might find this beautiful, maybe.
It would be if it wasn't like freezing people in time.
There is that. You notice, and this will not require a roll, a young student at a desk holding some sort of metal egg. It is connected with wires and tubing to a nearby power generator. And it seems to be glowing. The student, a young ribbit male, is holding it and seems to be encased in that same sort of force field that everything else is held with.
So the egg is the core of this?
The needle of the compass seems to suggest so.
I believe so.
Is the core demonic in nature?
Do you have a particular ability
Hey!
I would like to make a what the fuck is this roll?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You have to defend your honor.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that for a what the fuck is this roll?
Yeah.
You could make either a knowledge check to figure out, like, is there something I've heard or read about something similar to this? You could make an insight roll to figure out, from what I have gathered here, what would be like a logical conclusion. This would be a standard roll, and Rune, per your question, is this demonic of any kind? I would go so far as to say, like, that is not a categorization that people here tend to make.
Don't worry, I was just making a Demon Core reference joke.
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's various realms that people are aware of. For instance, people know that there are demons or devils, such as the lineage of Hafrit, partly at the very least. People know of celestial beings that have influenced people, such as Ophelia. And as there is not so much a judgment or value judgment on those sort of things in this world in particular. Most people have to deal with the storm in any way, shape, or form, and allies need to be found in any place. But yeah, Kalen, if you would like to make a roll for this.
Knowledge.
All right.
Big brain.
An 11 with hope.
I saw that hope dice almost be a 12.
Mm-hmm. Almost. But an 11,
Shit so far.
luckily, is the difficulty.
Yay.
And so, first of all, you get that hope. And secondly, you gain the information that from everything that you're gathering here, this is in fact the source of the stasis field. And there are some notes that this student has written down. And in particular, there is a note about how this particular relic was found at a location of a crashed airship site.
Well, so this seems like it was found in a crashed airship. Does it make mention of which direction that crashed airship was in?
Yes, to the north of town.
Somewhere
And
north of here.
it was found like without any power, and so this student, as you can see, like on this one particular piece of paper from this journal, is a student called Calville, Kalvil.
I'd like to try something slightly amusing, if I may.
Oh, I like amusing.
So, the more knowledgeable of the group has talked about the force field, or rather, the descriptions of the force field have been given in a way that the force field seems to be active in what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
I would like to ask the egg to stop, please.
You
I mean, it's worth a
step
try.
closer,
Yes.
and as you ask the egg to stop, please,
Like, I don't know if you want to be unplugged or what might help, but just...
I believe what is happening is that we're going to take a break.
The something bad counter goes down by 3. Wait, what? No.
So, with that said, I hope you have a lovely little break. We are going to just recuperate after an hour and 15 minutes, and we'll be back at, let's say, 25 past or half an hour past the hour. See you in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wrong
gonna
button.
go grab snacks.
Wrong button.
Oh no.
Not what I want. Hold on. I'm gonna. Don't look at my tabs. 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 How do I look at this? Open image? No. How do I make this big? That's what I want. I want to make this big. Pop out.
Pikachu, how do you like me now? Probably not very.
Ooh, a Dusclops. I want the Dusclops, actually. I'm gonna hide in this grass and I'm gonna get this Dusclops. You'll see, Chad. I'm not gonna get spotted and totally have my ass kicked! I just said I wasn't gonna do that! ball. I'm gonna leave. Ah! Please do not attack. I am but small. Okay. Alright. We're fine. We're fine. We're gonna get in the grass. Everything's great. It's not great. It's not great. Update. Everything is not great. I thought he had left. He did not leave. I am having a problem. No. See, we're fine. No, there was no need to... Okay, I'm gonna leave. Toodly-doo. Listen, I'm always panicking.
Blend it in with the orangey brown. Soften it up a little. No!
Talk with all the deaths I gotten so far. Ah, that's okay. You're still doing good in my book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can attack there. Alright. I am going to take a risk. I don't know if I'm going to reveal another enemy above here. Oh. And you can try to attack. She's fine. She's fine. Oh, fuck! Ah, damn it! Alright. Alright, take a drink. Take a drink. But, chat, you know I'm just gonna try that again. Right? Like, she was in the brush.
Not the ideal snack food for streaming or gaming. Oh yeah. I've now got nuts all over my desk. Nut dust everywhere.
You're making me take a shot of pickle juice. Do I have to click one here? I do indeed. I have a clip button here. Oh, oops. Oops. Sure. Oops. Alright.
This area was probably my favorite area out of Anniversary 2, but the puzzles were a bit easy for my taste. Could have been harder. I know, more obscure hints, multi-step puzzle rather than just a single hint, basically telling you exactly what to do, that kind of stuff.
Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and call that good then. Because I did a lot. And, yeah. So, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, pretty much.
We're talking about butthole teeth. Yay! You're moving in 9 days. Holy shit.
Got better nipple armor again. All right, well. Make up your mind, game. Do you want the nip or do you not want the nip? To nip or not to nip? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler to peck out right here in this cave or to endure the slings and arrows of Guan Yu's beard hair directly across the areola. To die.
Here we go. I don't... I don't want the bathtub chicken. I don't trust bathtub chicken. Chicken burrito recipe. I don't trust bathtub chicken. Why do we have a bathtub chicken?
Whoever that was.
Might be a good time to take a sippy. You know, to stay hydrated. I should know, I'm a blow high.
I'm getting something to drink. I'll be right back.
Hey, go, go, go. Time them out.
I can't time him out. He's a streamer.
Round's gonna stop
I've
now.
tried.
God damn.
And I know you have nothing but time. So how about me and you and mind-bending, earth-shattering pleasure?
Maybe we could just cuddle and get to know each other. One could argue that what you're doing with your sex toys is cuddling. By a definition.
Stratocaster, Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can play a guitar or not, but you can sure make someone sing.
This one is going to charge forward and try to attack you, Makoto. So that's
Fine.
a movement, and then it will do 21.
That is enough to hit.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can pigs repent?
Pigs feel guilty about their actions.
What is the exact...
Welcome back, everyone. You may have noticed that my scene has changed a little bit, as I have put my countdowns on this scene as well. so that people know what I'm talking about.
I did notice you also did that on Midnight Storm the other week with Momentum, Tension, and Collateral. Which I thought was pretty neat.
Because it's
Now
important
everyone
to
can
see.
stay very
Now
aware
everyone
of
can
how much
see.
of my book I've written.
Yes.
Yes. So we have currently 1, 2, 3 clues as to what has happened. So I'm going to add another countdown that started at 6, and the current value is 3. Now, I'm going to say, when this countdown reaches 2, you can, if you want, start rolling insight or knowledge checks to start connecting the dots. However...
Instinct, I presume?
Sorry, yes, instinct. Instinct or knowledge. However, with the... if you gain more clues, it'll become easier. And if you fail the roll, the something bad trigger might go down. The countdown might go down, and the trigger might be pulled.
Oh dear.
So, we ended our first part of the stream with Hafrit asking the egg nicely if it could stop, please.
Yes.
It did not seem to have any particular response to that.
Okay. I tried.
So we are assuming right now that what happened here was an accident?
Possibly. It is simply a possibility.
While the nerds look at the things there, I would like to follow the wires to the power source and begin inspecting the power source.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
As you do so, you definitely notice that there is a power source, and it is connected to the egg.
Is it still running?
Currently, it doesn't look like it is. Like everything else in the rooms and in the town, it seems to be in some sort of stasis.
So then I guess the better question would be, are the signs for it to be on? As in, like, anything that would commonly, like, a light or what have you, is that currently on?
Yes. Though, any lights do not seem to be shining through this force field as if it was like a normal light. The same that you noticed with the large light in the lookout post. As if the force field kind of absorbs the shine itself.
Fully or partially?
You can notice that the light is green, but other than that, not really.
So it may... Okay, no, I don't have in-game knowledge about what the physics of that would be, never mind.
Neither do I. It's
have
magic.
A question.
Yes.
Can someone make a knowledge roll to have the knowledge of the physics of that?
I was just thinking about which colors are being absorbed.
No, I understand. Kamesy, you have a question.
Would I be able to examine the egg and try and figure out what creature it is? Or examine the notes and see if they had some sort of hypothesis on it?
You would know from the start, this is not a creature, this is some sort of device.
Right.
It is metal of some kind.
Egg-shaped.
It is egg-shaped,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Alright, sorry. I'm
said...
maybe like half checked out, I apologize.
No worries. That said, you would know that from the notes, it has been salvaged from some sort of airship. So it would have been a part of the ship.
Are there any distinct markings upon the egg?
There might be. Why don't you make a... instinct or knowledge check?
I just want to touch it. Have any of us touched it?
Nope.
You can try and touch the egg, but it is held in that force field.
Could I pass it to someone else to make a roll by saying, hey, magic stuff, you guys who do magic write a lot, kind of gesturing at Galen?
I will say you do notice like some sort of markings that could be writing.
I also don't have instinct.
I have one instinct.
Do you got knowledge, though? Do you got
I
knowledge?
do have knowledge. I have one knowledge. I will analyze. Would you be giving me some help? Maybe with the hope, please.
I could totally
sure.
get help with instinct.
Advantage would be
I'll spend
nice.
a hope. It's
Thank
there.
Alright, then Kalen has advantage. And that is a very good roll. A 23 with hope. Excellent.
Don't you mean excellent?
No.
Oh my god.
The amount of times I've had to write headlines with that in near Easter is fucking absurd.
So, in this inspection, you do touch the egg, or whatever this device may be, egg-shaped as it is.
Egg.
It seems to react in the same way that everything else held within this force field reacts. It is kind of springy, it is kind of bouncy, it's kind of squishy, but you do not make any headway in changing its position, making it move in any way. It doesn't seem to move no matter how much you twist or bend or pull or push it. But looking around this device, you notice a couple of markings that, yeah, this is definitely writing. Cross-checking with the notes that Calville has made, it seems to resemble some sort of onboard system of an airship to be deployed in the case of an accident or an incident.
Like as an emergency beacon, or as a force field, or
Definitely not as a beacon. But
like is the force field?
The force field is the function. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And students aren't meant to hypothesize whilst they're examining something like this. But there is like a little bit of scribbling on that page that says safety ?
I wonder.
Go on.
I wonder, is this force field supposed to protect temporarily, and so somebody from the outside can contain whatever is going wrong?
Does that sound reasonable?
That would fit within the information that you've gathered, yes.
Like that could be a possibility, yes.
And especially given the force field's like springiness.
Like if it were to crash into something, perhaps it would help it to to bounce?
It would help it to bounce, and it would help to, well, with the stasis that it seems to put everything in.
Keep everything inside from being harmed?
Yes.
So it would then.
I want stress tested.
I assume it would be supposed to shut itself off again after some time.
Yes.
But it has been days.
What would the normal deactivation mechanism be?
That is not something that you would find written upon it, and there do not seem to be any notes that Calville specifically has made on that subject.
Did they make notes of anything else brought back from the airship?
Not that you see. This particular piece of, this particular page of notes is just dealing with this device.
So there's more things that have been brought back from the airship in the, what was it called? The scrapyard?
The winnowing yard, but scrapyard is the colloquial term.
Perhaps in the winnowing yard, there's more things that have been brought back from the airship.
That's definitely something
maybe
you can
there's
look
more
at.
information there. Maybe with something that could deactivate this.
In regards to, since this has notes on this device, does it include how it was found? Like, say, someone else's notes, like a file or something? Maybe it was found, attached to a battery, so it was let the battery die, perhaps? I'm just throwing out guesses.
No worries. From this particular desk, there is nothing to indicate that there is anything else pertinent to what you're currently asking.
Okay, neat.
But perhaps something somewhere else in the Restoragen's agent offices or the winnowing yard, as you say, might shed more light.
Yeah, I think we should check the winnowing yard first, because there might be more stuff from the airship. Or maybe, a manual.
Perhaps. What I would
Or
like...
maybe information about where the, what people made the airship.
Mm-hmm. So, currently, you've, as far as you can tell, exhausted the information in the workshop, but there's still the winnowing yard. There is the archival space. There is the personal quarters. And you said you wanted to check out the winnowing yard first.
Yeah. Well, that I do. Right. I don't know about anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Do we want to split up and look for clues, gang?
That's up to you.
I'm good with splitting up.
Mm-hmm.
So then have somebody go to the archives and have some other people go to the winnowing yard?
Sure, who wants to go where?
We should at least be in groups of 2 and 3, maybe.
If
I
we
would
were
like
to do 3 groups...
I would like someone with instinct to go with me so that they can look at stuff.
I feel like specifically for me with my instinct score, it'd be better to be at the winnowing yard than in the archive, as far as I understand the mechanics so far.
I think I would probably be good at the archives, considering my people as my patron and their staffs are wanderers and deal with the Restoragens quite a bit.
All right.
I've got 1 instinct and 1 knowledge, so I'm good anywhere. But I also have 1 more thing.
If you go to the archive then, and I'll go to the winnowing yard, because I also have knowledge.
Okay, I'll go to the archive then.
All right, so archive is Nose?
Mm-hmm.
And was it Ophelia and Kaelin?
No, I'm going to the winnowing yard.
Oh, sorry. So, Nose and Ophelia?
I'll go into the archive, yes.
Mhm.
Rune and
me.
And Kaylin are going to the winnowing yard. And then I think Alvarez is the only one who's not said anything about where they're going.
That is
I
correct.
I think they might need a tall person for the books in the archive.
They
Well, we've
have a
gone through
flyer.
that before.
Yeah, you got someone who can fly.
I feel a strong person going to yard to pick up thing might be smarter. Maybe.
I have +1 strength.
Yeah, like with the way that things are currently, everyone's pretty well set with the way that they're going.
Which would you rather go to?
I was going to. So, how far away is the winnowing yard from the Resurgence?
Technically, it's a part of it. It is just to the side of the buildings, as it is an open space.
And then the archives are so like a distance.
Distance between them would be around, I'm going to say, between 10 and 20 meters, like where the winnowing yard starts compared to the inside building. So that would be between 30 and 60 feet.
Okay. And then last question, is there any verticality to that?
For the winnowing yard, no.
For the archives?
The
Like between
archives, Kaylin, you would know. The archives are on the ground floor. The personal quarters are on the floor above. I'm saying that specifically because I do not want to get into the ground floor is first floor kind of thing.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Floor 1, floor 2.
Neat. Could I just pace around between them and kind of keep watch in case our owl friend comes back?
Mm-hmm.
Quotes around owl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you keep watch.
Neat. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going between them.
So, for the folks at the winnowing yard, the weather hasn't changed much. It is still relatively wind still. It is still naturally cold. I think as you are going through, you can notice that, like everything else, this force field has shrunk itself around all of the individual things within this yard. But I would like for one of you to make an instinct roll here. Of course, the other can help and spend a hope.
I will do that.
All right.
I do have the +2 instinct, so I
Yeah, I'm
assume
helping
I'm
you.
the go-to. Yep.
Yeah, so you can roll with advantage here.
Got it. So click advantage. I assume this is not a reaction roll.
This is correct, not a reaction roll.
Then just click advantage and everything else should be good to go.
That is a 17 with hope. Well done. And because this is with hope, the something bad countdown does not count down.
Yes.
So
as you're walking through walking through the yard, you notice at times that there's something right above the force field that's just lying on it. You first find like this arrowhead made out of this unfamiliar to you metal alloy. It doesn't appear to be or do anything outside of it just not being contained within this force field. It is relatively crude, probably from a community or civilization that was able to work metal, but it is an arrowhead, so it is relatively mundane.
So nothing magical about it whatsoever?
No, it is not a magical component. You do notice, as you go through, a stack of tiles of that same material.
Metal, of that same metal, yeah.
Metal alloy that is also not affected by this.
I will pick up one of them and walk over to Kalen and show that. It seems this metal is not affected by the force field itself. These pieces have not been covered by it. And what I'm going to try and do is with the arrowhead, because it's conveniently pointy, can I try to cut into the force field with this pointed arrowhead, with this metal?
You can.
That just works.
It just works. You see how that same kind of tear that you've seen with the hinges, with the doors that you've gone through, this arrowhead actually carves or cuts through it in a cleaner way, given the sharp edge.
Interesting. Can I try and identify
I will hand
what
it
the
over,
metal
yeah.
is?
Sure, you can try that, absolutely.
I'm
This would be a knowledge check.
Is this normal roll or reaction?
I would say this is a normal roll.
Okay.
9
I'm gonna
with...
use my 1d6 to boost it.
Okay, go for it. That is a 14.
With an extra 5.
With hope. Excellent. So you get that hope.
Yeah.
And with a 14 total, this is not necessarily something that you've heard or heard about in particular, but you have read up on some things when when you were here in the Restoragens, that there's been certain findings on a metal that currently is called null metal within the Restoragens. So Null metal.
Yeah.
Because it is somehow
magic resistant.
Yes, it is magic resistant. And you've probably had someone's notes that specifically suggested if we could find a lot of it, we could probably smelt something into a fully metal resistant piece of armor or something that could withstand magical energies.
But
I'm gonna try to...
It's just quite rare, I guess. So they don't.
It is
really
quite
have much of
rare,
it.
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up one of the tiles and I'm gonna try to bite it. Is it soft or is it hard?
Ooh. It is relatively hard. So I would like for you to make a strength reaction roll here.
Yeah.
I wasn't certain. Okay. Yep. It's just, yep.
Owie. That hurts.
Yep. This metal is hard.
Yes, that's why they were one of the other reasons why they were considering it for use as armor. So this much being here, even in little bits, is quite unusual, yeah?
The fact that it is in the winnowing yard suggests that, people have found it and then nobody who has the knowledge on this has categorized it.
Yeah. I'm gonna gather up some of the sharper bits so that we might be able to... So that, each of us can have a bit to cut through stuff if we need to.
Are there any people nearby? Because I would hand over one of the sharper bits to I don't trust myself because I'm like finesse is like my worst stat.
I have
But I
one
would
finesse.
love to attempt. I would love if we attempted to essentially free a person from this, so we have like somebody to talk to.
Okay.
I think the closest person would be within the workshop. Would be Calville or one of their colleagues.
Well, since he was working on the egg, I'll free Cowbell.
All
Yeah,
right.
Maybe the egg itself, but I think we should do that as a group, like collectively.
As you suggest that, I'm going to pull the point of view from there and
Goody.
towards the archive.
Also, if Hafrid like visits us as we're on our way there, we'll tell him what we're gonna be doing, so that he
That
can
makes a
tell
lot of sense. Yes. So,
Neat.
Yeah.
Nose and Ophelia.
Yeah. Okay.
You have been you've been given instructions and directions from Kalen, like their archives are over there, the personal quarters are over there, and so you make your way towards the archives. Making my way, indeed. You know from Colt that there is this place where, you know, there's archive of documents, but there's also archives or parts of the archive where they store relics that they know are dangerous or risky for public use. Things like magical armaments, things like power sources that they do not know how to safely use, that sort of things. So as you find yourself in the archive, the door towards it, first of all, normally is locked, but is currently open with the same kind of tear through that force field.
Oh no.
Alright, doesn't look like there's any sort of like foot traffic, mud stains, that kind of thing around the area.
That is a good question. You would probably have noticed from your own boots or footwear that you did trail a little bit of dirt and snow across the force field when you entered town, but most of that has been like walked off now, and there is not a noticeable or significant dirt trail that you are now seeing, either from yourself or from others.
I guess, I don't know, maybe our first bet is to go to the place with all of the dangerous artifacts and see if anything's missing. We might find information. Maybe it was in there, and we might find information about what it is there.
Yeah, definitely you can go there. There is a separate door between like the documents archive and the archive for the more dangerous artifacts, which is also open and seems to have actually been kicked in. And as you go through and enter, you can see that everything but one crate is contained within that force field.
Everything but one crate. I'm gonna go look and see if there's any sort of notations on there, any markings to indicate like where they got it from, what it
Mhm.
is.
Yep.
Is it marked fragile, etc., etc.?
It is not marked fragile, first of all. What it is marked is weaponry. And specifically, there are the manifest on the crate itself says, let's see what the term would be that they use. Energy projecting blades and energy projecting projectile throwers.
Ooh, lightsabers?
No, definitely not lightsabers.
Okay.
Legally distinct sabers.
Is the box opened?
The box
Hazard.
has been closed at the very least. When you open it, it is empty.
But yeah, so one could hazard that the things that are cutting this force field are those blades that are missing.
Imagine so.
That is a
I
possibility.
mean, the cuts aren't very clean, so
You have found another clue, ticking down to 2.
These clues are stressing me out. Okay, well, then we should probably go see if there's any spot in the archive that's missing something.
Oh wait, you
I'm
found
also
another clue
wondering
as
why they
well.
just
So you're at
ran
1.
away.
You found another clue in the winnowing yard. I just forgot.
Oh, okay.
I'm also wondering why they just ran away without helping the people here.
Maybe it was deliberate. They're part of trying to get access to those things. And that's why they're not helping. Or they're trying to help, but they don't know what to do.
Also possible.
Like, we don't know what to do yet. We're still trying to figure it out. So maybe they are too. Maybe. I don't know. Their storage and stuff is weird.
Yeah, it's usually doesn't get this weird, I'd say, but there is something fishy going on.
Yeah. Almost as fishy as that transparent creature. But anyway,
That was a reptile?
we'll see how true my words are at the end of this. All right, let's go to the normal side of the average side of the archives and see if we can find any spaces where there's a tear or something missing that shouldn't be missing.
As you find the archives, there is a desk where there's like a notebook of the sage, so someone who is in charge of the archives. This is very hard to read. That would require, let's say, an instinct or a knowledge roll.
I mean, I've got both in equal measure.
One of you can help
That is correct.
the other for a hope.
I still have 5 hope.
Ophelia, do you have an instinct or knowledge that's better than a +1?
No, I have instinct +1 instinct and -1 knowledge.
Okay, I'm gonna go on instinct then. You want to help me?
Yeah, I'll spend a hope for that.
Okay, so that means this is not a reaction roll. This is a normal roll. And I'm rolling at advantage.
Yes, you're rolling with advantage.
Okay, let us
That is a 25 with fear. Very high roll. But I'm going to say that something bad is ticking down.
No! Fucking fucks to fucking fuck.
So we are at 2 removed from something bad, and 1 clue removed from giving you the opportunity to connect everything. So with that roll, that 25, whilst it would be difficult to read, just given the handwriting, something about it is like familiar. Not in the sense like I know exactly who wrote this, but more like, okay, if I were to write something in this way, then this would be an S, this would be an F, this would be... You start connecting things about how you would write something, how this is written, and it just becomes this cipher that you can directly apply to this. This is part of a diary or part of a journal. Written a couple days before all connection, all information was lost. And it seems to be of a sage called Braid, B-R-A-Y-D. I'm probably going to have to put down my work for a couple of days. Dr. Tarman orders me to stay in bed before this cold clears. But I am a little worried for how the Restoragens will be run in the meantime. Specifically Calville. He is not qualified to research relics by himself just yet, but I know that Xanti goes easy on him. Several notes in the days after shows that Braid is taking time off to rest, though he seems to be unhappy about the situation. And then the last note, which is about like a day before everything has like lost, everything was cut off with connection in regards to Nolan and Cott. And it says, Xanti mentioned that Calvo has taken an interest in an unsorted device from the airship crash site to the north. She's also mentioned that she'd seen Calva's brother Rintel hanging about. He's always been trouble. Hopefully that will end up being nothing.
Good
It was
instinct, but-
nothing.
It was not nothing.
Okay.
And I'm ticking down the countdown here.
Okay. I have a quick question about general stuff as we've been going through the town. We've obviously been seeing people, but have we been seeing enough people to say, like, yes, this matches up to the general population of the space?
Okay, so you've been traveling through the town. Rune has been keeping an eye out for people and things as you were making your way to the center of town. And yes, I said making my way again. I would think, like, Rune hasn't particularly mentioned anything before about, like, seeing a lack of people in their houses or things like that. There have been people outside in, like, coats and just regular weather attire for this region. You've not seen a lack of people in that regard.
All right. I'd like to see if I can find some sort of registry for all of the stuff.
I think that is something that you would find. However, unfortunately, it is closed and is hidden in, like, it is caught in that field.
Because I wanted to know what was Xantha? What?
So the names that you've seen here are Braid, the sage, a doctor called Tarman, or Tarman,
Okay.
Calville, the student, and someone doesn't mention any particular rank, but Zantee. Zantee.
All right.
Zantee seems to be in charge of the students.
Yeah. Because I'm wondering if that owl might be either Zantee or Calval's brother. What's his name?
Oh yeah, the other name that you had heard was Rintel. Rintel.
Okay. Yeah. So it's one of two things, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say, you have a question?
No, I'm thinking out loud. Continue.
Okay, so as you're thinking out loud with Ophelia, I would say that at this time, Kaelin and Rune have kind of figured out their parts that they found in the winnowing yard. Hafreet will also have been able to gather with them. And as you're kind of musing about what is going on, you all gather again, as you have seemingly found a wealth of information. And I would like to make this a group check.
I'm gonna hand out those sharp bits to the other guys so they can each have one.
All right. So
group check means everybody rolls, correct?
A group check means everybody rolls, but someone takes the lead and like the final roll.
And this would be a knowledge, I assume?
This would either be a knowledge or an insight check. To
instinct?
Yes. Darn it. So instinct or knowledge. To gather all of these disparate parts of information and kind of make this into a coherent thing. A coherent
Would I
theory.
be able to use one more thing here?
Yes, absolutely you could.
So if this is an instinct roll, I would have a +3. Can anyone else top that?
I think we help you.
I think that would be the case then,
Unless
yes.
someone else has an experience that can help. I don't.
No, this is like somebody has to be the last roll. So I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the last roll.
I think that would be
you.
you.
Have the biggest bonus, yeah.
Yep.
I do have prayer dice.
You can add a prayer dice for someone else, correct?
Also, I think Nose and I are the only ones who have spent our D6s from the buff I gave.
Nose got a D6 for help.
Yeah, but I have a D6 for my
Right.
my-
I don't think
my
Nose
rally.
I don't think Nose has spent the rally.
Okay, if you haven't spent that
No,
as
I
well, you
spent
get
that.
another D6.
You did spend it, yes.
No,
Okay,
I spent
cool.
that.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
I think currently we don't have to go through like, okay, what are you doing in this particular situation? I would allow everyone but Nose to roll a reaction roll here. And then we'll see how eventually it'll turn out for the bonus for Nose's roll.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 19 from Rune. That is very good. That is a +1.
Okay.
We have a 14 for Ophelia. That is also a success. We have a 20 from Kaelin. We are at +3.
And you can spend prayer dice on
You can
friends.
spend prayer dice on friends, correct?
Yeah, you can use a spent dice value to reduce incoming damage, add to rule's result after the roll is made, or gain hope equal to the results. And yeah, you can spend any number of prayer dice to aid yourself or an ally within far range.
Mm-hmm. And we have Hafreet's 21. So, Nose, you get to roll with a +4 bonus for this group roll.
All right. So it's a standard roll, not a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I am adding one more thing.
yes, you can spend a hope to, like, with your analytical mind, find out, like, what are the missing pieces here, and build that into your theory. So you can, in fact, use that that experience, that's the word, and get that bonus.
All right. I don't need to add anything, and you're gonna add that +4.
You can add that +4 to the bonus, I believe.
Yeah,
Situational
in the little
bonus
bottom.
plus
It.
+4?
Yeah. Yes.
Base 4?
I did +4 when I did it on mine, so.
You can just
Okay, so no
4.
space.
No space. No need. Not needed.
Okay.
You can do this.
I click the button. It's not. Oh, okay. I'll click the button again, I guess. Please, please, please.
Well, I am going to take that fear.
Mm-hmm.
As you are thinking about this, all of the disparate things connecting with everything that the others have shared, the egg being the source of this force field, seemingly being some sort of safety device within the airship that it was found in, a sort of what's the word? Keep doing this, darn it. A sort of stasis field, a bubble, or a darn it, I am blanking on this. I am so sorry.
I can relate.
Like an airbag, as it were, that would envelop the ship in case of a crash, that nothing of the ship itself would come to harm, nothing in the contents of it, the staff, the crew. You have that particular metal alloy that seems to be unaffected, that might have some way of mitigating the field. You have the note from Braid about Calville taking an interest in this, and his brother being a bit of a troublemaker and maybe having something discussed with Calville. The missing weapons in the archive that, combined with the doors that have been opened within the Restoragens' offices, with some way of opening them, and that owl that was keeping an eye, you get the feeling that either this is intentional, or this entire situation is opportunistic for a group to rob the Restoragens in this event. And as you realize this, if that owl was keeping an eye out for you, if the people are still within Nolan, they might be making a very hasty retreat.
But they have all the weapons, and it's just 5 of us.
They don't know that.
They don't know
They
your
saw
heroic
us all.
characters.
Exactly. They don't know our heroic characters. Eliminate the witnesses. Get them here.
One of them just has a book.
They don't know we have plot armor.
Exactly.
Clearly just some nerd.
So I'm going to ask, what do you want to do next?
East.
Well, so
I do
we
want to.
still
I do
don't-
want to try freeing someone.
Okay.
Yep, that was key. We also still don't know if it will be fine if we leave this here, because we still, if this is a safety device, it would, I suspect it would have supposed to shut itself off by now, but it hasn't. Will it be
but if
fine if it runs for too long, or will there be complications?
if it's within the time stop, then a timer wouldn't work on it.
Well, unless it was made of this metal.
I would be able to pick it up, right?
I would like to do something dumb when everyone else is done doing their thing.
I was just going to suggest cutting it out of the field.
What kind of silly thing would you like to do?
I would like to take my sharp bit of null metal and poke the power button on the power generator and turn it off.
Yeah.
You do so.
Yes.
Part of the force field kind of pops as it allows you to manipulate this button. The actual squishy button on the thing that is squishy without the force field, you cut through that, but you manage to press that button.
Yeah, or like I would be familiar enough to know that button membranes are squishy and not to poke too hard.
That is fair. And that light that you saw behind the button does go out. But it does not affect the egg in some way.
No.
I'm going to try and cut the egg out.
All right. I would ask for Kalen to make a finesse roll for this.
Okay. None of my experience is going to help.
Believe in yourself. You can do it.
That is a 19 with hope, so you get that hope.
Yeah.
And you said you want to cut open the egg, or like cut free
I want to
the
cut the
egg.
field around the egg.
Cut the field around the egg.
To cut it out of the field.
So, as you do that, it seems that the field around the egg is continuously regenerating. And there is like a moment where when you start to cut it, the field starts to try and gather itself around the null metal, which doesn't have an effect, but it almost touches like one of your fingers. And you don't know what would have happened if that were to happen.
One of my other friends would have to cut me out.
Probably. However, as you cut the leads, like the tubes and the wires, off of it, that seems to have an effect as like a cascade of the field collapsing begins to spread across the room, and as you imagine, like across town, with eventually only the egg being the thing that is within this field. At which time it does fall to the ground.
Someone catch it. Someone with agility catch it.
I would like to mark. I would like to mark a stress to use deft maneuvers to catch.
Once pressed, mark a stress to sprint anywhere within fire range without making an agility roll to get there. I would still ask you to make a finesse roll to catch this, but you are there when you want it.
Will I get my +1 because I'm using an ability to do so, even though it's not an attack technically?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Okay, excellent.
I'm pretty sure at this point the something bad may have been a fake out. And that would have just been the natural countdown for this thing deactivating itself.
That would have been funny.
Is that my style?
I don't know.
No, it's not my style.
It'd be funny though.
It's not.
This is enough, Hafreet, for you to catch it.
It is the wall of wind that everyone hears as Hafreet seems to take a step and moves immediately from the power generator to Kalen's feet, catching the egg.
You catch the egg, and now that it is no longer connected to anything, something inside of it registers this. As the glow lessens, and there is this pop as the field around the egg shatters or pops or breaks, and it seems to be inert. Calville, sitting next to you, goes, "Who are you?" As I spend
think Ophelia immediately
fear.
puts his hand on his shoulder, like, we've got a lot to talk about.
We've got a lot to talk about, and I press that button for something bad to happen.
Yay!
Next time we will continue with this, but I would love
get to see what it was.
To thank you.
Next time with these nuts.
I would like to thank Alvarez for playing Hafreet.
Yeah, I don't have anything witty to say today.
I have Danny Cat. Thank you for playing Kalen.
These nuts aren't necessarily bad.
I have had Gamesy. Thank you so much for playing Nose.
With the nose, yes.
Yay. I've had Sunny or Sunflower Space. Thank you so much for playing Ophelia.
Yeah, it was fun, and I helped.
Did.
It's fine.
It was mostly just like exploration and mystery finding.
Yeah.
Well,
so
now that something bad is happening, you will have a lot more opportunity to help.
I did an international move 3 days ago. I'm allowed to be tired.
You are so much allowed to be tired, and I thank you so much for being here. Like even with everything going on, that was very nice of you. And we have had
very nice distraction.
Yay! And we've had Cyrenix or Cyrenix Live. Thank you so much for playing Rune.
Yeah, I have a bit of a cold. I hope that wasn't too apparent. I've been trying to not sound like I have a cold.
You've done very well, sounding like you do not have a cold. I didn't notice anything.
You are also allowed to sound like you have a cold.
Yes, you are also allowed to sound like you have a cold.
Cool. Anyways, I can stop pretending.
Immediately dying.
It is a lot easier when you're voice training to pretend that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
If you or anyone has anything to plug or mention, now would be the exact moment.
I stream occasionally.
Yeah.
I will get back on my schedule once my belongings have been delivered here.
Excellent.
Monday, maybe?
Oh, why do I have Ophelia selected? There we go. Kamesy, you also stream. Do you have anything happening soon?
Tomorrow I stream all day.
Yeah.
Probably.
Excellent.
Possibly. I said that I'd start at 11:30, but honestly, considering how late we're finishing today, then that's up in the air. When I am awake and able to go live, I am awake and able to go live.
Yes. Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Cyrenix, we kind of disrupted your stream today. Do you have any planned streams for the coming days, weeks?
I can't hear anything right now. The cat is playing with my volume slider a moment.
Oh no.
Oh, it's very loud. It's very loud.
Oh no.
Okay, now it's back to normal volume.
Back to normal volume. I was asking, do you have any streams planned for the next couple of days or weeks?
Not well. Tomorrow is probably another Elden Ring stream, like co-op with people. But aside from that, I'm not super healthy, so I'm trying to like take a bit of a break and not force myself.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. I think I can speak for all of us when I say we hope you get better soon and you feel better soon. And I hope that if you do end up streaming, that you'll have a lovely time. You can find me, Alvarez, and Danny Cat over at my channel on Tuesday, when we'll be playing Midnight Storm once again.
They get to interact with the biggest boy.
The biggest boy.
Not the goodest.
Not the
but
goodest
the
boy.
biggest.
He's very not good.
Yes. As we will be delving into... Would that be Helheim?
No.
No, just at
We're
the
still
end.
he's outside Asgard. Yeah,
That's
he's outside
fair.
Asgard.
Yeah. As we will be dealing with Fenris.
Oh.
Big wolf.
Big wolf indeed. With that said, I am going to end off our stream. I would like to once again thank you, my players, for having played this lovely session, and I hope to see you all soon.